A barricaded man opens fire on Glendale Police, disabling an armored SWAT vehicle and shooting down police drones before being found dead inside the home. A Prescott driver is caught doing 80 miles an hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone, and police say that trip ended with what they're calling car jail. Yavapai County families can now get free child identification kits designed to give law enforcement critical information quickly if a child goes missing. And later, an incredible rescue high above the Superstition Mountains after a base jumper crashes into a rock wall and becomes stranded on a cliff. Good morning, Central Arizona. I'm Randy Roberson, and this is Tonto-TV, your Central Arizona news.
From Prescott and Payson to Sholo, Flagstaff to Fountain Hills, Tonto-TV.com. We don't tell you what to think, just the facts, ma'am.
Well, topping our news today, a suspect is dead following an hours-long barricade in Glendale Wednesday afternoon that included repeated gunfire directed at police. The incident began after a woman contacted Glendale Police and reported that her father was inside her home near 75th and Glendale Avenues in violation of an order of protection. The woman was not at the residence but had reportedly seen the man inside using surveillance cameras. Police responded, confirmed that an active order of protection was in place, and attempted to contact the man. Instead, he barricaded himself inside the home and refused to communicate with officers. Glendale Police spokesperson Justin Ramsey says officers knew the man was armed and had access to body armor, helmets, and gas masks. The Glendale SWAT team was called in, and after police obtained a search warrant, officers attempted to make contact with the suspect at around 3 Wednesday afternoon. That's when police say the man opened fire. Investigators say he repeatedly fired a rifle at officers over approximately the next 2 hours. Multiple police vehicles were struck by gunfire, including an armored SWAT vehicle that was damaged badly enough that it became inoperable. Police say the suspect also managed to shoot down 2 Glendale Police drones during the standoff. Residents in the surrounding neighborhood were told to shelter in place while the incident continued. At around 6 Wednesday evening, the gunfire stopped. Police sent another drone into the home and located the man injured inside. SWAT medics then entered the residence and found the suspect dead from a gunshot wound. Investigators have not yet determined whether that wound was self-inflicted or the result of police gunfire. No officers were reported injured. The shelter-in-place order for the surrounding neighborhood was later lifted. In other news, here's one from the Prescott Police that probably qualifies as a very expensive way to save a few minutes on your drive. A Prescott Police traffic officer conducted a traffic stop after spotting a vehicle traveling 80 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone near East State Route 69 and North Prescott Canyon Drive. That's 35 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. And apparently, excessive speed wasn't the driver's only problem. During the traffic stop, officers discovered the driver had a suspended driver's license stemming from a previous reckless driving incident. Police arrested the driver and booked that driver on charges of criminal speed, reckless driving, and driving on a suspended license. Prescott Police are using the arrest as another reminder to slow down, obey posted speed limits, and make sure you're legally allowed to be behind the wheel in the first place. And as the department put it, 80 in a 45 isn't just speeding. It can land you in, quote, car jail. Well, a quick break, and when we come back, Yavapai County families can now pick up free child identification kits that could save investigators critical time if a child ever goes missing. And smoke may be visible around several communities as prescribed burning continues over on the Prescott National Forest. Those stories and much more coming up next.
I'm Garrett Goldman, and this year my wife and I decided to remodel our home. The home was built as a period-specific home modeled after an 1800s farmhouse and had single-pane windows which were very inefficient. When we started the planning process, we interviewed several window companies to retrofit the existing windows in our house, and we chose Lowry's Window and Door as our contractor. The reason we picked Lowry's is their customer service. The owner of the company, Bobby Lowry, came out to our house multiple times to identify a window that would fit within the existing windows, and then also a method that would allow us to keep all of the existing woodwork in the house and not have to redo any of it. Looking at all of the options for windows, we chose Pella double-pane windows for our house because of their look and also their ability to be retrofitted into the existing window frames. Since completion of the project, we absolutely love our new dual-pane Pella windows. I would recommend Lowry's for anybody looking to retrofit your existing windows or a new build because of their experience, craftsmanship, and exceptional customer service.
Welcome back. In other news, the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office is partnering with the National Sheriff's Association to provide free fingerprint child identification kits to families. These kits are designed to give parents and law enforcement immediate access to important identifying information in the event a child is reported missing. Each kit contains 2 inkless fingerprint cards for children between the ages of 4 and 18. There's also space for DNA information, medical and dental information, a current photograph, and important physical characteristics. And importantly, the completed information does not go into a government or law enforcement database. The Sheriff's Office says the completed kit remains with the child's parent or guardian at home unless it's ever needed. Yavapai County Sheriff David Rhodes says every parent hopes they'll never have to use one. But he says spending a few minutes preparing the information now could potentially save investigators critical hours during an emergency. The free kits are available at the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office main office at 255 East Gurley Street in Prescott during weekday business hours. The Sheriff's Office says the kits will also soon be available at Yavapai County Sheriff's Office substations throughout that county. In other news, if you see smokes around parts of Yavapai County, there's a good chance it's coming from planned prescribed burning operations. Fire managers on the Bradshaw Ranger District of the Prescott National Forest plan to continue ignitions on the evac route piles until the unit is completed, providing weather conditions remain favorable and all required approvals are in place. The hand piles were created during the recent hazardous fuels reduction and forest thinning projects. Fire managers say ignitions could continue through August as conditions allow. Smoke is expected to generally remain light, but may be visible from Prescott, Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, Dewey-Humboldt, and surrounding communities. Some smoke could settle overnight as temperatures cool, particularly in drainages and valleys. Drivers who encounter smoke along roads are asked to slow down, turn on their headlights, and watch for firefighters, equipment, and fire-related traffic. They say motorists should also obey posted signs and use additional caution when traveling near prescribed burning operations. Well, coming up next, it's a much cooler and wetter Thursday for much of central Arizona, with widespread chances for showers and thunderstorms. But enjoy the cooler temperatures while they're here, because they probably won't last long. Your complete central Arizona weather forecast and more coming up next. Ponderosa Plumbing is Central Arizona's go-to plumbing team. For decades, homeowners, builders, and businesses have trusted Ponderosa Plumbing AZ for new construction, remodels, repairs, sewer and drain service, high-definition camera inspections, water heater installation, water treatment systems, and expert slab leak repair. When experience matters, when quality matters, when getting it done right the first time matters, Ponderosa Plumbing delivers. Locally owned, highly trusted, serving all of Central Arizona with honesty, craftsmanship, and unmatched know-how. Located at 107 West Wade Lane, Suite number 5 in Payson, call Ponderosa Plumbing AZ today at 928-476-4727. Ponderosa Plumbing AZ. Experience you can trust, quality you can count on. Big news! The station you've known as KRAMFM.com has grown into something even bigger. CentralArizonaRadio.com. You'll still hear the same classic rock you love, along with trusted local news, accurate weather, and community conversations, all in one place. Same station, same great music, bigger mission. So update your bookmarks and start listening today at CentralArizonaRadio.com. That's CentralArizonaRadio.com. Take Central Arizona with you. Taking a look now at Central Arizona weather, showers and thunderstorms are back in the forecast across much of Central Arizona today, and they're bringing considerably cooler temperatures to the higher elevations. For today, Payson reaches around 81 degrees, Prescott 79, Sedona 85, Heber 75, Globe 87, and in Tonto Basin, we're cooling off to a high today of just 93 degrees. That's quite a bit cooler than just a few days ago. Rain and thunderstorm chances are returning around 60% in Payson, Prescott, Heber, and Globe, increasing to about 70% around Sedona. Tonto Basin and the lower desert locations have somewhat lower storm chances at around 40%. Across the rim country, showers and thunderstorms will be possible this morning, becoming more likely through the middle of the day before gradually decreasing later this afternoon. Any stronger thunderstorms across central Arizona could produce locally heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and frequent lightning. Tonight, storm activity decreases across the region this evening. Payson falls to a low around 61 degrees tonight, Prescott 60, Sedona 66. Up on top of the rim at Heber, 55 is their forecast low tonight, and in Tonto Basin, we're expecting a low tonight right around 73 degrees. Around Payson and rim country, there's a 30% chance for showers and thunderstorms before 11 p.m. tonight, followed by partly cloudy skies. Across Tonto Basin and the lower elevations, only a very slight chance of lingering showers or thunderstorms remains before skies become partly cloudy. Looking ahead, monsoon activity begins decreasing substantially across central Arizona on Friday. The rim country will still have a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms on Friday, with Payson reaching around 84 degrees. By Saturday, most of central Arizona dries out. Payson warms to around 89 under mostly sunny skies. Tonto Basin will get back into triple digits once again. Sunday continues the warming trend. The higher elevations will see only isolated afternoon storm chances, with Payson reaching around 92. Across the lower elevations, sunshine dominates, and Tonto Basin climbs to around 103. And that heat continues building into the first part of next week. Payson will reach the mid-90s on Monday and Tuesday, with only isolated afternoon thunderstorm chances. Across Tonto Basin and the upper desert locations, highs climb to around 105 Monday, 106 Tuesday, with overnight lows around 80 degrees. By Wednesday, isolated thunderstorms may begin creeping back into portions of central Arizona, but widespread monsoon activity does not appear likely at this point. So today's widespread storm chances and cooler temperatures won't last long. We'll begin drying out on Friday, followed by a much warmer weekend and another round of triple-digit heat across the lower elevations early next week. And that's your Central Arizona weather update. And finally, a dramatic rescue in the Superstition Mountains. The Arizona Department of Public Safety's Ranger 1 helicopter was at it again, called in by the Pinal County Sheriff's Office after a base jumper struck a rock wall during a jump and became stranded on the face of a cliff. And that was definitely not a location where rescuers could simply walk in and bring the jumper out. Ranger 1 responded to the Superstitions, where the helicopter crew positioned above the stranded jumper. Using a strop rescue device, the crew conducted a hoist operation and successfully lifted the jumper away from the cliff face and into the helicopter. Once safely aboard, Ranger 1 transported the patient to the trailhead. The jumper was then transferred to the care of the Pima County Sheriff's Office. No additional information about the jumper's condition has been released, but after striking a rock wall and ending up stranded on the side of a mountain, seeing Ranger 1 hovering overhead probably looked pretty darn good. And that's going to do it for this Thursday edition of Tonto-TV. You can always find current reports at Tonto-TV.com and CentralArizonaRadio.com. For everyone here at Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great Thursday. Or as we like to think of it, Friday Eve.
From Prescott and Payson to Sholo, Flagstaff to Fountain Hills, Tonto-TV.com. We don't tell you what to think, just the facts, ma'am. Woo!